be very cautious if you do this by yourself. Axle stands. If you're doing it for the first time, I would recommend not to do it by yourself. Make sure you got something to stop the rear wheels from rolling. Also having the car handbrake on. No point putting the gearbox in first gear because, as you can see, the front wheels are suspended. But yeah, when you lift one side, the first side is fine. When you lift the second side, keep a close eye on the first axle stand so that it doesn't slip or anything like it, and then carry on lifting it gently. Enough chatting, more work. Almost 100,000 miles. That's I think that's since I've filled the gearbox oil. 100,000 miles, not a leak. And just so you know, I've never changed the oil sump or the actual O-ring that's inside it, and not a leak. So let's drain this oil now. 14 mil. Not overly tightened, the way I like it. Oh, I've learned a trick how to... Oh. Have I learned a trick? There you go. I have learned some sort of a trick. See all these bolts that hold the under tray? They're all full of rust. So in order to extend their life, bit of WD-40. Just spray them in there. Take the rust away and everything. Okay, and now the reason why you're all here, all 5 of you, we'll start with the fuel filter first, but in the way we have to remove the air filter housing, which is convenient because we will change the air filter as well as every time. These are loose. So yeah, we'll remove the air filter housing, fuel filter housing. I'll show you how to do that, and then cabin filters inside, and then the oil filters underneath. So let's get cracking. First we remove the plug. There's a few 10mm bolts. There we are. Oh, just the air filter. Let's check the air filter out from how bad does it do for the last 6,500 miles. This is what an air filter should look like. So this side is properly clean. This one just a bit of a mist. But this is how a used air filter should look like for a healthy car. Okay, no more bolts. So this is our fuel filter. As you can see down here, there's three hoses going in it. There's this one, can't really can't remember, do I have to loosen this? No, I don't have to. Yeah, so this, oh, you can see them here. So there's 3 hoses going inside into the fuel filter. I used to loosen those by hand, but now I've got a proper tool to do it. So all you got to do is loosen those 3. You don't need to worry about anything before removing the fuel filter. The only reason you have to worry is when fitting the fuel filter back on. So there's an electric plug there that came loose. There's this nut to remove there. Oh, 3. That's the 3 going out, and then there's one more here at the top going in too. Well, whichever, doesn't matter. Yeah, so let's remove this nut and then move over to removing those clamps. Removing it. There you go. There's your lot. Now this is full of fuel, so we got to be careful when emptying it. And it's leaking. Gratitude to my daughter. This is the messier job. So, because this is a Toyota, there's a drain plug at the bottom. You got the joke, didn't you? So we just have to undo this one, and then fuel should start pouring. I think most of it will. That's the only thing I could find. Very professional. I don't know if everyone's got one of these at home, but for the sake of this video, I hope you do. Now, by using a rusty tool, oh, no I didn't. Did a good job at emptying it then, but now it will. There you go. The last remaining fuel. Now there's a gasket here that will need removing. Using one of these thingamajigs. Didn't bend any pipes. There's your bracket. There's your old fuel filter. O-ring was sticking out a bit. Didn't realize, but yeah, there was no leaks. Anyway, leave that there. Bring the new fuel filter. Okay, same make. Ooh, okay. Made me jump. I thought that was missing an O-ring. It's right here at the bottom. So first, let's rub a bit of fuel on it so that it's not completely dry. And now, I don't know whether there's an actual torque for these. I'll just tighten it as much as I can. Brand spanking new. What I will do is use this microfiber because I will use this tool to tighten the fuel filter on the housing. And you're not meant to, as you would imagine, you're not meant to put any dents in the fuel filter. So you put a microfiber on it. Yeah, that's tightening nicely. Bottom O-ring. It's time to tighten this back up. I don't think I need to clean it or anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is a bit of residue actually. Yeah, give it a bit of a wipe. Not too tight, as this is plastic. You don't want it to crack. I don't know whether your fuel filter will have this protective rubber at the bottom. Mine does. For this bracket. And now let's figure it out. Ah, yeah. There you go, something like this. To keep the wire in place so it doesn't dangle around. So fuel filter goes back in. There you go. Last thing to double check is that this is tight. You don't want fuel draining out of it. But now the wire is in place. This arrow leads to somewhere here, same as before. If you remember from the video, there's no other way to. This is made in Tunisia. The old one is also made in Tunisia. Okay, fair enough. Right, it's getting darker. Let's prime this fuel filter now. First. So, if you remember what I told you in the beginning of the video, and I showed you, there's 3 hoses on this side and 1 on this side. Tighten the one on the ends. Leave the one in the middle sticking out. Don't tighten that one. So, as you can see in there, the 2 hoses are being clipped, except the one in the middle. One at the top has been clipped too. Now, the filter housing has this little button here that acts as a pump. You just have to press on that one until you see fuel pouring through that middle pipe. There you go. You can see fuel pouring. Now it's time to clamp that back in place. Now we gave the air filter housing a bit of a wipe. Oh, before we still got this nut to go back. Thank you for reminding me. Just realized you've been blurry this whole time. Just remember, before you start your engine, so let's say you've done all the fuel, you've done all the oil, you've done all that, you've done all the filters, just press that little button there until it goes hard on the actual fuel filter, until you can't press it anymore, and then start your engine so that you don't get an airlock. So this is how you service your Toyota diesel, and this is how you change the fuel filter in it too. So until next time, you take care. So now it's time to start the engine. Let's curl this up a bit more. It is hard, to be fair. Close the bonnet, because we're done here. Okay. Go this way. Don't press the clutch. Press it here for a bit, and now clutch, and I guarantee you that there's no airlocks in there. And to keep a track on the next service is due. See, we are 556 miles over. We'll just reset trip B. That's it.